am now doing a video review of Advert Market. And to start out with, I will do easy to understand layout. So let's see. My guess is that the current goal is the number of members. That's what your goal is, to have that many members. Either for the all members or the members count, not sure which. I'm guessing all members includes bots. But I think you should move current goal directly under whatever you want it to be the goal for, getting that many of that item. That's where you should move current goal. All right, let's see. So far, it seems like pretty easy to understand layout here. Depending on how many advertising rules you have versus how many regular rules you have, I'm not sure two different channels is the best idea, but it depends on how many. If you have a lot of each, then yeah, keep it separate channels. But if one or the other you don't have very many of, I would probably suggest merging them into one channel. And I would suggest keeping rules where they are. So if you merge them, just merge the advertising rules channel into the rules channel. But that's only if you only have a little bit of one or both. If you have a lot of both, then just leave them separate. Now, for each of these categories, with the exception of the ones that are self-explanatory, like less than 100 members, bot servers, um, most understands what listing servers means. But for anything outside of that, the ones that have other meanings, basically if it's self-explanatory, it's fine. But if it's not self-explanatory, I don't know if you already do, but you should probably mention in the channel description what you mean by that, if it isn't self-explanatory. Because to some people, certain things won't be, so explain. But yeah, all in all, seems pretty easy to understand. So I'm gonna give that a 9. Clear and definitive rules. Let's see. Go here. I realize why you have rule number 2 and 4 of the advertising rules, but they seem kind of redundant of each other with how they're worded. Basically, rule 4 should cover rule 2. But I can understand why you add the importance of Rule 2 as well. Rule 3s, I think you meant to put the second one as a Rule 4 for the server rules. And harassing staff, toxicity, both of those are up for interpretation. So you might want to include a little notation saying staff have final say or something along that lines, because that'll make it where you don't have to define what you mean by that, and you won't get people trying to argue back what it should mean. If you just say staff have final say, even if they try to argue back, you can just go back with, I already put in the rules, staff have final say. And it makes it so much easier. So I would strongly suggest adding something like that. But as far as how easy to understand those rules are, definitely easy to understand. Let me see. Yeah, honestly, these are just a repeat. I would say just, honestly, I'd just say get rid of this channel. I don't think it's really needed. But that's my own opinion. So I would give that category a 9 out of 10. Originality of server concept as well as lack of redundancy of rules and channels. Well, I don't really see much in the way of redundancy of channels, with the exception of there being 2 rule channels, which I don't think is needed. And honestly, I don't really see much unique about this server that a lot of other advertising servers don't also offer. So I'm honestly gonna have to rate that a 5 out of 10. If you can add something that really pulls this server away from being like any other advertising server, then that would increase the score. And also, if you made it where I don't see any redundancy, that would also increase the score. Friendly owner and staff. The owner is definitely friendly. I will say that right off the bat. Staff members, I haven't had much interaction with them, but based on what I've seen, they're pretty friendly. However, as of yet, I have not seen owner nor staff go over and above to help someone. That doesn't mean they haven't done that. That doesn't mean I won't see it. I just haven't seen it. So that's why it's only going to be a 9 as opposed to a perfect 10. How interesting is the server for me? About the same as any other advertising server, which is why I give it a 5 out of 10. If they want an advertising server with friendly staff that's pretty easy to understand and doesn't seem like they have too strict of rules, yeah, I would definitely suggest this server. And so that's going to total 45 out of 60. I'd say join if you want another run of the mill advertising server with a friendly owner and easy rules.